Warren Buffett just bought 6 stocks last quarter, and 2 of them were in the real estate sector. He bought close to $1 billion of DR Horton and Lennar corporations, which are both homebuilder companies in the US. What does he know that most people don't know? Well, he knows the same thing that I've been talking about all year, which is that we're likely about to be in an interest rate cut environment. I talked about it extensively on my previous video, so check that out when you get the chance. The link will be in the description below. The US is facing a major labor market issue. What does that mean? Well, jobs are becoming scarce, the unemployment rate is increasing, the amount of jobs that are hiring is decreasing, and job cuts are increasing. And the labor market alone is giving the Federal Reserve no choice but to cut interest rates in just a few weeks, which actually has some people a bit nervous because they're saying that inflation has been slowly on the rise. But honestly, it's not really increasing as much as those people make it seem. We have inflation data coming out next week, and I have a feeling that it'll show that inflation is actually cooling once again. And if that's the case, then the question wouldn't be if they'll be cutting interest rates. The question would be how much of a rate cut will it be? Interest rate cuts aside, there's also rumors of the president making an announcement of a national housing emergency in the fall. That would be wild if that happens. And if it does happen, that would invoke the National Emergency Act, which will then reduce closing costs on home sales, exempt tariffs on construction materials, and boost supply to lower home prices. So we can imagine how much that would be easier for people to afford a home. And the housing market would go absolutely insane. And housing stocks should get a major boost as well. That's all speculation as of right now though, but I'll keep you posted as it all unfolds. But with that said, I'll be giving you an update on each of the stocks that I mentioned in my previous video titled Stocks That Can Make You Rich. But before I get into it, give a thumbs up if you got any value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. So I mentioned DR Horton on the last video, and at the time of the recording, Warren Buffett hadn't publicly came out about it just yet, and it was trading at $154 a share. Let's take a look at where it's at right now. It's now trading at $177 a share, which is nearly a 15% gain in a matter of weeks. In comparison, people are okay with 10% for the entire year. So doing that in just a few weeks is incredible. With that said, I'm currently up over 20% of my position, and I believe that we haven't seen its best days just yet, so I'll be holding on to it for now. Once we're officially in an interest rate cut environment, which will likely happen soon, I can see this thing going well over $200 a share. Next up, we have Prologis, ticker symbol PLD. On the last video, it was at $106 a share. It's now sitting at $112, which is decent. It's been consolidating quite a bit, but it never went down to where I wanted to buy more at, which was around $100 a share. So I decided to buy a bit more as it was going up, mainly because interest rate cuts are around the corner. So I made the judgment call to buy more. And I'm hoping to buy a bit more as time goes on. So hopefully it doesn't start going up like crazy from where it's at right now. Next up, we have rocket companies. This is my personal favorite. It was sitting at close to $18 a share on the last video, and it went up close to $20 a share shortly afterwards. But it's now dropped back down to a bit over $19 a share, which is still solid, but I'll be holding on to these for a long time, not a short time. Remember, these aren't get-rich-quick type of investments. Matter of fact, anybody that says that they know how to get rich quick, they probably don't have a legit track record to prove it, and they 100% have a course to sell you. So be careful. But when it comes to investing, one thing to remember is that we're buying actual companies, not just random ticker symbols with numbers on it. And when you think of it like that, you'll carefully do your due diligence on each business before you invest into them. On the last video, I had 554 shares of rocket companies. Well, my confidence grew a lot more since then, and it also wasn't dropping down to my levels, so I bought more regardless. I bought a lot more. Now I have 1,000 shares for an average cost of around $13 a share. Hedge fund managers call this company the Amazon of housing, and I couldn't agree more. I mainly love this company because I loved Redfin, and since rocket companies acquired Redfin earlier this year, my love for them transferred over along with them. I like for this thing to reach above their all-time highs of $40 a share, but that might just be wishful thinking, but we'll see where it takes us, and as usual, I'll keep you posted. I don't plan on selling any of these businesses anytime soon. I've made some decent profits on them already, but I'm thinking more of at least another year before seeing this all unfold. So I'm gonna let this marinate for a little longer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna dry age it. And then when it's ready, it'll be chef's kiss. So unless something drastic happens where all these stocks go up over 200% out of nowhere, I'll be holding on to them.